Hello and welcome to the healing word. The healing word. Well, that's what I think I'm going to be calling this little mini series. It may end up being a long series, but the idea is to share some healing techniques and to heal and help you guys heal and become um, at peace with yourselves and slow down that mental chatter by using the mental chatter and kind of examining the mental chatter. Let's look at these words, let's examine them. What are their true meanings? What are their origins? What's the etymology of the words? The etymology is the etymology. So you're really looking, zooming into the words, thinking, okay, what am I actually saying here? What is this voice that's constantly talking and me, I'm not this, I'm not that. We can use these words and phrases that the mind gives us to punish us, to makes us suffer. We can use it against the mind. And I say against, but using the energy that the mind already gives us and doing a bit of like Aikido, using the energy or judo. I don't know. I'm not a martial artist. I've no idea. But you understand what I'm talking about here when I say use the energy that the mind's given you already instead of trying to run away from it or push it away or no, 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 or smoke or drink to not hear the mind. Let's welcome it. Let's welcome it and use the words it gives us for healing because actually there's a lot of wisdom in what the mind says. We just need to give it the space and examine what it says. So, this is the series where I'm going to be sharing with you guys my own personal techniques that I have used and still use. If I have a pattern come up and I'm suffering in some way, shape, or form, look into it. The suffering is illusory. This is something you must know from day one. The suffering is illusory. The only reason it has so much power, or seemingly has so much power, is because we give it that power with our attention. There are a lot of different healing modalities, and you can kind of zoom out and meditate and breathe. There are a lot of healing techniques you can use, but I want to look at using words and actually facing the mind directly, looking it in its eye and saying, who are you? What are you really saying? Because as I mentioned before, there's a lot of wisdom in what the mind has to say. Sometimes we just need to have a little look, a little deeper look into the meaning of what it's saying and the words in particular. So, yeah, I want to talk about the words that we use in everyday language. I'll be using the English language as this is the language I guess that you speak as you're watching this video. But I also speak five other languages, so I'll be drawing upon my knowledge from them and yeah, use it to like unpick words and just these things that cause us so much pain and suffering that they're just words, they're just frequencies, vibrations that we then give the power to, We give meaning to the words. We give meaning to everything, right? I mean, this in my hand here, this is infinite consciousness. This is what this is. But I can give it meaning. The mind can give it meaning. Mean and mind are the same word. They have the same root. To mean something, you mind something. So I'm minding this, I'm giving it. Oh, look, it's written. Talk about synchronicities. The word mind is written on this. Mind Dorset. It's a charity, a mental health charity from where I'm from. You mind things, you give them meaning. Okay, so I give this meaning by saying this is a pen. Okay, that's the first label. My mind says this is a pen. It is pen. And then another layer. It is a blue pen, which is a little bit broken. It's broken here. And then another layer the mind can give it. Oh, it's broken. Oh no, it shouldn't be broken because it's not my pen, it's my girlfriend's pen, and she'll be very upset about that. And this is the layer where the suffering comes in. So what I want to do is help you guys use words to unravel the mental suffering we all experience. By looking at truth, it always comes back to truth, guys. In any scenario, you need to be brave enough, have the courage, yeah? Courage, cœur is your heart, okay? It's all linked. Have the courage to face what the words are saying. And so, in this little episode, aside from that introduction, I want to look at the word heal. What does it mean to heal? To heal literally means to become whole. To become whole. Now, you already are whole, but as I said, we're working in the realm of illusions here, because that's what the mind dreams up with all these words. So to heal is to become whole. It's to become what you already are. So if we look at the word heal, we've got heal, obviously healing. Health comes from it, health. So if you're looking to heal, look at your health. Yeah, look at what you're eating as well. Get an exercise because this is holistic. Yeah, health is holistic. These words are linked. Holistic, looking at the whole thing. You see how this works? Healing is to become whole, it's to become holistic. So if you want to heal, and this is what the mind does, the mind separates. The mind can only work with ones and zeros because it's part of the matrix, the matrix, part of this construct. Or there's an ambulance going by. Another bit of synchronicity there. We'll send them healing vibes to whoever they're visiting. The mind can only work in ones and zeros. It doesn't work holistically. What works holistically is the heart. The heart works holistically, and the mind goes ones and zeros. It goes yes and no. And that's where the suffering comes in, because we're in the world of polarity. We're in the world of illusion. This is right, this is wrong. That's what the mind says. It divides. It's the great divider. Yes, there we are. The divider. So we need to become whole. And to become whole is to become holy. A holy being, yeah, is a being that recognizes itself as whole. And it is that, and it speaks from that place of wholeness, like these great saints and sages like Jesus or whatnot. They always knew that what they are is the whole. They're an expression of the whole. So they don't live in the world of illusion. They appear in the world of illusion, but they are not of the world. Like, I think it was Jesus who said that actually, like, be in the world, but not of it. To be in the world, but not of it, is to be in this world of separation, seemingly separation, but know it as Maya, know it as an illusion. So that's what we want to reclaim from the mind. We want to retrace our steps back from polarities, from duality, become whole. So, heal to become whole, holistic, holy, and also whole. Whole as in HOLE, whole. Yeah. For me, whole can be like a space because as much as we are everything, we are also nothing. So that whole HOLE points to the space, the spaciousness that opens up in our being as we reclaim truth, as we take away our energy from the mind, stop feeding into illusions, stop feeding energy into the mind matrix, which gets projected out and which we suffer from, of course. We want to become whole. We don't want to become whole, but we want to remember that we are whole. So even healing is an illusion, guys. Even healing is an illusion. And that's another beautiful thing you can take from looking at etymology of words. There is no healing to be done. You are already whole in itself, but you just are experiencing the illusion of being unhealed and separate as what the mind projects and coming back to wholeness. So even that is an illusion. Healing is an illusion. But, and I'll make a separate video about this. It's important for us to meet the mind's projections, meet ourselves, meet the ego, whatever, however you want to see it. You've got to meet yourself where you are at. So there's no point if your mind has a really strong delusion and it's projecting out, so this is bad and this is good, and you're there all high and mighty and saying, oh, well, it's all whole and it's all one and this is all infinite consciousness anyway. Da, da, da. You're not going to be able to integrate that energy. You're just going to bypass, and the energy, the projections will still be there, um, and you'll still be suffering from them. It's always a good test to know if something's been integrated or not. Am I suffering? Am I suffering from these delusions or not? So yes, I hope you enjoy this series, and thank you for being here. Subscribe, like if you liked it, and feel free to share with any friends who are kind of on this vibe. Don't worry about sharing it with people who are not on this path yet, or on this frequency, or whatnot. Just share it with people who think, yeah, yeah, yeah. I think that they'll be interested in this. This could be useful for them. We could all do with some healing and peace in our hearts, but yeah, this is a very, I don't want to say advanced modality, but you've got to kind of have a sense of what I'm speaking to already for it to be effective. If not, and even in that, in some cases, therapy is a very, very good option. Go and work with a therapist. So yeah, that's all I want to say today, and I'll speak to you in the next episode.